let me pull the aesthetic together real quick. Thank you for coming. If you are here from my TikTok, if not, if this was just like randomly recommended to you, hello, welcome to my video. Welcome to my channel for the first time. As you read in the title, this is going to be 10 ways to know you're being spiritually attacked. Um, I have I wrote all of my ways down right here. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get right into it. I don't want to leave you waiting. So, for starters, there is a big difference between being spiritually attacked, evil eye. Um, so I'll group those as two different things: spiritually attacked slash evil eye, and then curses. But really, even spiritually attacked and evil eye are two different things, and I'll explain why. So, spiritual attack, well, no, let's explain evil eye first. Evil eye is when you kind of post an accomplishment or you have some type of accomplishment and somebody is hating on it. They are envious of it. They basically wish that you didn't have it. That's jealousy because there's a difference between jealousy and envy. Jealousy is wishing somebody didn't have something and you have it instead. And then there's envy when you don't mind the other person having it, but you also wish that you had it. Um, so both of them can send evil eye. Jealousy 100% always will. Envy probably like 75% of the time. Um, and what that the reason why that can seem like a spiritual attack or even a curse is because with enough evil eye, say you've accumulated evil eye from like three different people, that can basically form its own curse. Like that'll kind of have the effects of a curse on in your life. And then also say somebody who is very spiritual or somebody who is very powerful and they don't even know, say they had evil eye towards you, even that one person, their evil eye could be enough to make you lose an opportunity or things like that. There's a medical reason why people say not to tell people that you're pregnant before you hit that safe mark, like the 6 weeks mark. There's a medical reason why, but there's also a spiritual reason why. Because if you get enough evil eye, unfortunately, you may end up not carrying that baby out to term. Um, so yes, that's just a little bit about evil eye, if you were a little confused about that. Then we have spiritual attacks, which is like gossip. That's more like people actually wishing harm on you, like your enemies actually wishing harm on you with how they're talking about you, what they're thinking about you. That's more like a spiritual attack. Spiritual attacks can also be from spirits. Say you've offended a spirit, or maybe you found some way to offend a spirit, maybe moved into a house they used to live in, or maybe just was playing with the Ouija board. I don't know what y'all like to get up to. um Nonetheless, that could be called a spiritual attack as well if a specific spirit or deity is attacking you. And then we have curses, jinxes, and hexes, and that's from spell work. Even that, there's a difference between, that's why I said there's different ones. There's a difference between curses, jinxes, and hexes. Oh, I just heard a sound. Uh, and I'm gonna just give it to you real quick. Basically, a jinx is any type of spell you put on somebody. A jinx could be a truth revealing spell, a love jinx for you to come to somebody. Um, a jinx is anything like that. It doesn't necessarily always have to be bad, but it is kind of like gray magic because it is influencing somebody's free will, basically, is influencing somebody's mind. That's a jinx. Like, for example, if I dominate you to leave me alone, I've just put a domination jinx on you. Then we have a hex. That's a step up where hexes are always negative. Hexes are like say I sent nightmares to you, I would consider that a hex. Say I sent headaches to you, I would consider that a hex. Um, Say I was hot footing you to not just leave me alone, but for you to move out of your house. Or like, say you were a really rowdy neighbor who was racist, and I hot footed you. That would basically be me getting you out of your house, having you move. That to me is a jinx. And then lastly, we have curses. Curses are like the top of the top. They're like the worst. They're basically designed to come in and destroy your life, right? They're designed to come in and close every single road that they can to bring you as much adversity as possible. Now, mind you, there are many different curses, so not each one is designed like that. Some may be designed to come for your health. Some may be designed to come for your money. Some may be designed to come for your foundation, or your mind, um, or send you to jail. There's a lot of different curses, and curses. A big difference between hexes and curses is that curses don't have a end date. They with hexes, a lot of times they'll break off after justice is restored. With curses, it's like no. Basically, I've put this curse on you. It's indefinite until basically you break it off, or that's about it. So, okay, that's just a couple disclaimers. And then number three, I wanted to say is starts small like a virus. I'm going to get into that later though, because yeah, I'll explain after why that's important. But okay, starting with the symptoms. Symptoms number one is nightmares. You're going to have constant nightmares. Hold on. You're going to have constant nightmares about really just your worst nightmares, really like the things that you would hate to experience. That's what you're going to have nightmares about. But also, especially snakes, black dogs, skeletons, your worst nightmares, especially if you keep getting sleep paralysis. Um, that's one of the things. Um, Yeah, if you just keep dreaming about people stabbing you in your back, that's another thing. Just nightmares after nightmare, night after night after night after night. And then the type of nightmares where you go back to sleep and it resumes. Especially if you're waking up in a cold sweat, things like that. That is a telltale sign. Now, mind you, you have to don't just think just because you have one or two or even three of these symptoms that you have a curse on you. Believe it or not, most people who come to me don't have curses on them. They just have evil eye. They just have some other negative energy around them, or some of them is just their own karma. um it's just most people are really scared because you hear about witchcraft and curses, and then you get terrified. um Anyways, what was I saying? Yes, so that's number one. Number two is constant anxiety, paranoia, and dread. Let me find that card. Constant anxiety, paranoia, and dread. You're constantly feeling like something is wrong. Something is going to, um, something bad is going to happen. You're just constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop. That is a telltale sign that you most likely have some type of energy affecting you. Not a curse, some type of energy affecting you. Could be a curse. If you're feeling it 24/7, and let me tell you, if you're feeling haunted too, that's a big one. If you're feeling haunted, you're going into you're, anywhere you're at home and you're feeling like somebody's watching you. You're driving and you're feeling like there's just something with you. That's a telltale sign. Because a lot of times, witches will send over their spirits to accompany you on your ventures, and the spirits will kind of basically be tormenting you. Um, so, number three, we have confusion. Let me see if there's a good card to represent confusion. Um, Number three, we have confusion. Um, you're just confused. You don't know up from down. You just don't know what's going on in your life. Everything in your life is just feeling wrong. Everything in your life is just feeling like, and it's so hard for you to put a finger on it too, because you just feel discontent with everything, but you don't know why. You just feel like there is no like happiness, but you don't know why. That's a telltale sign that something is on you. Random arguments. Um, Random arguments and fighting with people is definitely, if you just especially if that doesn't happen often in your life. If you just find that you are fighting with people over and over and over and over again, and you could say the sky was blue and they would hear that your mother is ugly. If you're starting to feel like that, then you definitely want to at least get some type of reading, do some type of cleansing. Um, and I would say if you have about five or more of these, I would say five for most definite evil eye, four to five for most definite evil eye. And I would say if you have seven to nine of these, seven to 10 of these, most likely a curse because, there is a lot of stuff. Okay, let's keep going. So that was arguments, tension. Yeah, if you just, especially even at like, hold on, let me see. Was that one of them at work? Oh, that's the next one. So I'll just go into that. Random problems, random problems at work or at school. That is a big one. Again, because that's coming for your money, right? So if you are normally, especially if you're normally exemplary at work, you are normally always doing good. Nobody's ever really worried about you. Now your bosses are constantly looking at you, constantly critiquing you. You just feel like the energy is weird. You just feel like your coworkers are off. You just feel like everybody's gossiping. Um, or at school, you're starting to randomly get bad grades or randomly missing deadlines that you didn't even know was there. Um, you just randomly feel unmotivated. You don't even want to study anymore. Or at work, you don't even want to do your job anymore, especially if that's unlike you, or it's a job that you like to do. What is this? Oh, random aches and pains. That's a big one. Random aches and pains. If you're just feeling random like pricks, if you're just randomly, waking up with bruises, um, randomly waking up not just one time with neck pains, but multiple times with kinks in your neck. All of those could be a sign, or just you're going throughout your day. Oh, I just saw 12:12, or you're going throughout your day and you just keep feeling random painful pricks in your body. That could be a telltale sign of a voodoo doll, or either that or a spirit that's accompanying you that is coming to, that's tormenting you throughout the day, basically poking you throughout the day, biting you, etc. Um, you always want to, especially if you're having that, you definitely want to seek a reading from a trusted professional um, for that, because that one is something. If you are feeling random pains, you want to get that checked out because you don't want that voodoo doll to do its big one with you. No shade. Um, moving on. I forget what number we're on. Um, chronic fatigue. Yes, chronic fatigue. If you're constantly feeling tired, and I mean drained, dark circles under your eyes. You could get 10 hours of sleep and wake up and still feel as if you didn't sleep at all. If you feel like you are just too tired to really do anything, work, sleep, eat, hang out with friends, you want to isolate because you just don't have the energy, that is a telltale sign of low vibrational energy on you. If you just can't shake it, it's been a month, it's been 2 months, it's been 3 months, you are just tired, no matter how many breaks and vacations you take, that is just a telltale sign of some type of negative or low vibrational energy on you. Did I already say money problems? Um, closed roads as well. Closed roads, meaning you're suddenly in each road too, like your road to love, suddenly nobody's romantically involved with you anymore. The people that you were talking to romantically, if you're single, nobody's replying to you. Or if you are in a relationship, suddenly you're having, relationship problems. Suddenly y'all are arguing every single day. Um, that person is just always on edge with you. That could be something. um your road to money, whenever you're trying to get money, there is just no money coming in. Your money's just acting funny, like, especially if you're like an entrepreneur and things start to dry up, your customers stop replying, or your customers are about to buy, and then suddenly every single one of them got to pay a random bill. That's how oh, huh, something's going on. Or your customers just start to drop off little by little. Health problems, your roads to health, if you start having random health problems and you just can't seem to shake it. Um, Random headaches, random migraines, random, all of that, and you just can't seem to shake it, that could be another indication of negative energy. Really, I'm giving y'all like about 30 different symptoms, honestly. But oh well. Y'all, I'm sure y'all are enjoying it. And then mishaps that start small and get worse. And this is what I was saying with the um earlier when I was saying I was going to tell y'all about this start small, get worse. But first, let's take a small commercial break because I am channeling, and when I channel, my throat starts to get really achy. Okay, just drunk in a little water, and I'm back. Sorry for the commercial break. Mishaps that start small and get worse. So, um, it's like a virus, right? This is what I've learned about curses. They're like viruses. First, you have to be weak enough, quote unquote, weak enough. Your defenses have to be down at the time for the curse to really hit, right? If you already have protection spell after protection spell after protection spell up, when a curse hits, it's just gonna tickle. Every time a curse hits me, I have so much protection up that every time a curse hits me, it just tickles a little bit. I just notice one small thing and I'm like, oh, let me cleanse real quick. Let me pull. Let me see real quick. But if you don't have anything up and somebody decides one day, I'm a cursor. I'm sick of her. I'm a cursor real quick. She did me something dirty. Or you know what? I'm just a vicious person. I'm gonna curse them. When they send it, it's gonna hit you with all the energy that they sent it with. Um, and so that's when it hits, right? But people think when a curse hits, it just immediately hits like a tornado. No, it hits like a it's like putting a plant into the ground, a already grown plant right into the ground. Yeah, it's already grown. So when it hits, you may start feeling random nightmares. What I notice happens first to people is they start feeling random nightmares, start feeling like they're kind of being haunted. Um, it's small things, little anxiety, little tiffs with people. But just like a virus, whenever it comes and the first day just has a couple coughs, a little nothing crazy. But then you wake up that next day or the day after that, and it's like, now hold on. It's like it hit you like a thing of bricks. It's like a train just came and hit you. That's how these work, right? So it's testing you basically. You may have small tiffs with a friend, whatever. You may have a toilet clog at home, whatever. Um, there may be somebody who cut you off in traffic and that made you a little angry, whatever. But then it grows just a little bit. Here's day two. It's growing just a little bit because you didn't cleanse it. You didn't take those signs for what they were. You didn't get any tarot readings or do any divination, and so you just paid it, aka you just said whatever. That's my slang for paid it. That's my slang for saying whatever is paid it. Anyway, so then here's day two. Now it's a little bigger. Now you have a bigger argument with your friend. Still not too much, but you're like, why is she tripping so much? Why is she, what's going on? Um, you now instead of just somebody acting up in traffic, now you have a tire that goes out. You go start up your car and you've got a tire, or you've got a check engine light on. And you're like, huh, okay. Now your money, you're starting to notice your employer is acting weird. Um, your employer is snapping on you more than usual, or the things that he normally lets you get away with no more. You can get away with no more. And then it's like, these are things that you're starting to notice, but a lot of times people just let it go by. Um, and then that's when day three comes because you've ignored all your signs, you've noticed these things and you've ignored them. So then the virus And it's almost like the virus coming in and into your body and doing more and more and more and seeing if your white blood cells are going to notice or be strong enough to fight it, and the antibodies don't. So now the virus can really come and do what it wants to do. So that's number three. That's day three. Um, for some people, day three is within 3 weeks. For some people, day three is in 3 months. For some people, day three is literally in 3 days. It just depends on how much work the person who sent it to you put in, and how low your defenses are, and what the end goal of the curse was designed to do. Death, um, money problems, breaking up your relationship, etc. Um, And then that's when it really comes, right? So then that's when you start seeing the car accidents. That's when you start seeing the actual health problems. That's when you start seeing the actual breaking up. That's when you start seeing the actual, um, what else is there? Friendships problems, losing your job, not being able to find more work, losing all relationships around you, actually being isolated. That's when you start seeing those. Um, so, yeah, that's just a deeper explanation for that. And then, lastly, number 10, not wanting to do anything about the energy. I've seen this a lot with my clients. Y'all don't want to cleanse. Y'all don't want to pay for a cleansing. Y'all just hope that it's just going to go. A lot of that is y'all being scared. And then a lot of that is that curse, the energy on you. So if you've resonated with all of these, especially if you resonated with every single one, if you don't have the money to buy one, to buy a cleansing, please cleanse yourself. Please look up egg cleanses. Please do spiritual cleanses with sea salt. I mean, just regular salt, lemons, limes. Like there's so many spiritual cleanses that you can do 3 days in a row to get something off of you. That will be the bare minimum, because I have given readings to people saying, you need to break this off ASAP. ASAP. Don't wait. They waited. 2 weeks later, DUI. 2 weeks later, car crash. 2 weeks later, one of my clients, God, I feel so bad about it. It wasn't not it was no t- it wasn't my fault, but I had told him, okay, I broke this very low vibrational spirit off you, basically demon off of you. I bound it to this. Now you need to cleanse for 3 days, and that's going to completely break the link off that it has with you. I can't be the only one doing the work. You got to cleanse too, and then it'll forever be bound to that box. He didn't end up doing the 3 days. He ended up telling me, he was on vacation. And I was like, well, I would have, why didn't you tell me this before? I would have started the work after you got off, back from vacation. It ended up going back, that spirit ended up going back and getting his cat, unfortunately killing his cat, because there was still that link created, because the person who did the curse work actually did the curse work inside of his home, left something in his home. um so yeah, that's just a cautionary tale. Please do your cleansings, do not wait. You're just giving the virus its time to grow. um And this video is already long enough. I'm gonna do another video on how to break it off. Um, just a couple more tips on how you can break it off. But okay, it's been me, Mr. Conjure. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and see you later. Bye. Oh, please like, comment, subscribe. Each comment, I should have said this at the beginning. Damn. Each comment helps. Each subscribe helps. It helps push me out so other people can see me, and we're just going to keep growing this channel, basically. All right, see y'all later. Bye.